Modding games on PC often brings new life into games that would otherwise fade after a few years of being played. As a Fallout content creator, I can attest to this, with mods like Fallout 4 New Vegas, Fallout New California, or even The Frontier, which have helped breathe new life into their respective games. The fans provide new content for their communities, mostly for free, if only asking for donations. One of the biggest sites hosting this content is Nexus Mods. The site has been up for 2 decades and hosts a myriad of such content. You can find mods for games like the Elder Scrolls series, Fallout series, Stardew Valley, and The Witcher, just to name a few. Nexus has been the go-to site for Fallout and Elder Scrolls content for such a long time, which is why it is such a surprise to see big content creators for these games leave the site. Collections were announced by Nexus as a way to make modding easier and more accessible to new audiences, a noble goal, if you will. Essentially, it groups a bunch of mods together in a mod pack by other users. Another person can now download that collection with load order and file conflicts already done. Now that alone doesn't present a serious issue at face value, but when you turn your ear to the content creator's side of the story, a different picture is painted. With the advent of collections, a new policy has come into play. Mod authors are no longer allowed to delete their own content from the site. They are only allowed to archive their content, meaning they will no longer be searchable internally, but they will still be able to be downloadable through collections. This is so that collections won't be rendered unusable due to a mod being taken down. On top of that, this feature was dropped out of nowhere, taking creators by surprise. Said creators don't even have the option to opt out of collections. Since the announcement, big creators have decided to pull out of Nexus in protest of collections. In order to be fair to both sides of the story, I want to give a brief section in favor of collections. As someone who's been modding New Vegas for years, I understand just how hard and frustrating modding can be at times, and see the value of collections, if implemented correctly. It is true that collections can bring a new audience and make it easier for all with the click of one button. It could also help shine light on smaller mod authors if a collection author features them in their collection. Collections could help a lot with modding in the future. With that being said, there are a lot of arguments against collections. Along with the new policies, autonomy is being taken away from mod authors by not letting them delete their own mods or even being able to opt out of collections entirely. Collections also bypass the need to go to the mod page. This means that things like viewing the content creator's page or their external links that would support them are not going to be seen by everyone. As previously stated, many creators release content for free, with some asking for donations at the very least. In my opinion, putting individual creative mods in a list where their uniqueness remains hidden hurts the creator in the long term, with less interest into the individual due to less traffic. The implementation of collections is also money-centric as well, in my opinion, with only paying users being able to instantly download, whereas free users have to download mods one by one. One could argue that this gives more exposure to the authors, but I feel that the people who would have supported the creators in the first place would also be premium members who don't have to download mods individually. In my honest opinion, I feel like collections have potential to help modding become easier and better for all. But it seems that Nexus wants to use this feature to attract more users to buy their premium subscription and screw over all of those whose intellectual property they are profiting off of in the first place. Let's remember that Nexus would not be as big as it is without the community and those who provide free content for it. I know collections seems like it will bring some good in the future, but as of right now, it seems like Nexus is using it as another way to profit off of free content that other people make and they host. At a face value, collections is a good idea, but it is being monopolized and taken advantage of. Hopefully in the future, they realize their mistake and implement collections in a way that is helpful to both users, mod creators, and themselves. but a man can dream. Thank you guys for watching. Please go support the mod authors for all their hard work, and I will see you guys next time.